Here we go.
What up?
What's going on, fam bam? How you doing there, champ?
What up? What's up, my brother?
Man, everything good, bro. Hold on, let me grab the phone. Just in case if anybody calling for the show right quick. I just want to grab another phone right quick, D.O. My bag. That's my bag right there on that.
No, we good.
All right, yep, I'm good now. I meant to grab that, yeah. But Don Figg said he might want to call in and all that. So, yo, how you was doing, man? How's the holidays and all that? How's everything going down?
Everything's smooth, man. The family's good. The kids getting older. You know, my oldest, he's out there with you. He in Cali.
Yeah.
He was
Right.
playing with the Globetrotters, the Harlem
Exactly.
Globetrotters.
Exactly.
So he stopped playing last year. He stopped playing last year, and he's doing what's that? Ice Cube Big 3,
yeah.
and doing
Oh,
some
he's
modeling and
doing
health and wellness. He's just chilling.
Hold on. Ooh, you giving me too much information, but it's all juicy, baby. I love it. Hold on, yo. He's doing the Ice Cube Big 3?
Yeah, out there in Cali, yeah.
Okay, so check this out.
Because outside of the celebrity league, they got a regular 3-on-3 league.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, so he plays in that, not the celebrity one, of course. The
Okay.
ex-NBA player.
So all I'm saying, all this is juicy. So look, when you get to come out here, and I know you're going to come out here because you're always coming through Cali because it's just
Absolutely.
a part of your life. You know what I mean? How you was doing things in the industry.
Right.
I would like to get a picture with him, and I would like to also go support him and see where he plays at with the big 3 joint with Cuba and all that. And
Yeah,
I know
copy.
it's like the other league, but they working like the development, whatever. I
Yeah,
still want to
basically.
go. I still want to go because I'm getting older, so I don't like to be like the rest of these cats out in the streets. I like to go to events and be out in the streets. I like to go around
Right.
good events and things like that.
Right.
So
I got
definitely,
my eyes are red. My eyes are red for these allergies, man. I got allergies, so that's why my shit's red. But it's all good.
Don't worry about it, man. You've been always one of them chocolatey, sexy brothers. Yeah, I told my wife, I said, because my wife, this was the first comedy show she didn't go to when you called me, when I was live and you called me. So
right.
when I got off the stage and all that, I said to my wife, I said, yo, D.O. had me dying. Yo, she said, yo, D.O. was like, hey, yo, E, man, you're on that light skin stuff right now, man. You know what I mean? I said, man. I said, yo, that was so fly. She fell out laughing. But
yeah.
all right. So let's get a little serious because I like to ease things in, have a little bit of jokes.
Okay.
We wish blessings to everybody. So I'm just gonna say this because I promised my man, Brian is his real name, and we called him Ice. He's a cat from Mount Clair, New Jersey. He came out to California around 95 and all. I used to play ball with a team called Crush Group. So I'm going to let y'all know. Just walk with me for a second, and me and D about the bill. So Crush Group, we had the young Gilbert Arenas on our team. Gilbert Arenas was going to Grant High School, but Gilbert Arenas' dad, Chico, was also one of the assistant coaches on my team. When I coached Discovery Prep as a head coach, he was one of my assistant coaches. Also, blessings of Gilbert Arenas. He funded money for us to get uniforms and all that, fly uniforms, because the high school team was the Warriors, and Gilbert got drafted by the Warriors. So he felt, yo, I can look out for the Warriors. You know, you got look there. But to make a long story short, we had a brother that played with us named Ice. And when Ice went through some things, Gil would always look out, make sure things was cool. But we lost him on July 4th. And I just took the sword out. Yeah, you know, and we lost him at 59 years old. So,
young brother.
Yeah, great defender, great baller, left-handed, man. And his daughter called me last night, and I couldn't believe it because I just talked to him before I went to Vegas with Rob DeBose, and I told him, hey, man, listen, I'll be back because I got to do some things. Let me concentrate because sometimes you already know how it is, D.O. in the business. Sometimes you got to focus.
You be working, man.
Hey, D.O.
Taking off.
Basketball player, D.O. I'm getting to learn what y'all went through in the business. Yo, Ed, you got to travel. You got to, when you get to stage, you know me with this. I'm like, damn, yo, you going to travel? And I'm like, yo, I see why a lot of these cats go through what they got to go through. Yo, this is a lot. road and a lot of moving, and you better
Yeah,
be
yeah,
ready.
yeah. It looks easy from the outside looking in, but it's a lot of intricate moving parts, man. You got to really be focused, and you got to have a good team around you.
Ooh, you said the key word, Dio. Say that again. You got to have a what around you?
You got to have a great team around you because it's a lot of little intricate moving parts that they come up spontaneously. So you got to be ready, and you got to have eyes on the side of your head, behind your head, under your feet, everywhere.
Yeah, that's a fact, brother. You know what I
You know
mean?
what I'm saying?
So look, I meant to get you up last time, so we're gonna dive in right quick. Because Dio,
Mhm.
you know, man, I got my man Damien Blyden on there. We all call him AKA DO. The
Right.
music man, the ball player, the father, the businessman, the cat that
Right.
always got a plan, smooth hustler,
That's
chocolate
it.
smooth. Trust me, don't let no pressure. And this is all light, no smoke. And this is what we love, brothers like this, because DO's about what all light, no smoke is about. He's about updating, congratulating, and motivating. That's some
That's
real
it.
talk. And I ain't putting no
That-
cap on that. So
That's it.
DO, let's get to it smooth. Last week and a half, and I wanted to get you on, and I missed your joint on there. We was talking, and I'm gonna make sure I look at the screen. And Don Figs, I'm gonna see if you come up because I might get real deep with my man Dio in the conversation. Sometimes I get deep, I just be
Got you.
focused on the juicy stuff. So we're
Got you.
gonna get into a couple of topics, brother, because you've been around. So the last conversation I want to come with, not too much beef. I mean, because Dio, we already know about hip hop battles and all that. But I want
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
into something a little deeper with you right now. So Jim Jones came out and he capped, he bluffed on a resume. On the resume, he said his resume could line up with Nas. Because I like to do this because I know Democrats and Republicans like to get at each other. But me and you
Right.
gonna stay with the policies. We're gonna stay on the real substance right now.
Right.
What
Right.
what we're gonna stay on documentation so we can have a great conversation. So check this
Absolutely.
out. So on the documentation, Nas has some records and his profile is very good. On the other hand, not dissing Jim Jones, as a Jim Jones fan, he doesn't match up with Nas. But he was acting like it was all that. It was the same.
Yeah.
And then,
Nah.
yeah, and he kind of said something slick in the beginning, in which, yo, we from New York, we know the slick stuff. When he said, yo, I used to kind of,
Right. Right.
yo, when I was in high school, I used to look up to Nas, but yo, other cats, and I'm like, no, Nas is like an icon, my brother. He's one of the cats like a Rakim that's never gonna fall off.
Never.
So,
Well.
so before I get into this story with you, let me just tell you this real story. Then I'm gonna ask you, what did you feel about the Jim Jones and the Nas joint? Because I know, yo, you've been around Nas. I know you've been around AZ. You've been around music, period. But you know these brothers. I'm not talking to somebody that don't know them. I like to have the podcast on with real cats that in real time that been with these cats. But before I get to that, so check this out. So when I moved to Cali, right? So you know Nas come out with the Willie Esco joint, right?
Right. Right. Right.
Okay, so I go get it. I go get the Willie Esco joint. I go to this spot in Panorama City. Just in case for all my Cali cats, they might be laughing. I go to Panorama City, the mall, and they got the Dada joints. They got the Dada with the 7 joints. Cause you know I still want to be New York at the
Yeah. Yeah.
time.
They had the
Yeah,
Nietzsche was out back then. All of
yeah,
that.
yeah, I just got to Cali. This is like 1996. So I don't want to wear the khakis and all that, the chucks, man. I'm trying to, I'm trying to stay with the New York flow and all the Timbs and all
Right.
that. 10 years. So I see Nas got his joint out. He got the Willie Esco joint. So I get the Willie Esco joint. Yeah, I pull up to El DeBarge crib. This is word to my family and my mother. I pull up and I didn't know I had the Michigan color joint because I had the yellow, the blue, Willie Esco joint. And then I'm getting the knowledge of Nas is doing this because his man had passed away. So I don't know
Right.
none of this, right? So I'm getting the knowledge, seeing all this. So I pull up to Elder Barge. He sees it, right? Y'all pay like $50 for it. Yo,
Right. Right.
he see it and say, yo, you know I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I said, yeah, I know that. I said, what's up, L? He said, yo, that shirt you got on is fire. I said, yo, I made the mistake. I should have said, oh man, I just got this from the 99-cent store. I made the mistake. I said, Yo, this is Nas' new joint. This the new Willie Esco joint. Is yo, Elder Barge was like, yo, super. He called me superstar. He said, yo, superstar, I need that right now. And if my wife was in the house right now, she'd take, yo, I gave him that, and I wish I would have kept that because I had the classic. I like to, I like to collect things, Dame, G.I. Joe dolls, and all. I wish I would have kept it. But now, let's get into it. How you feel about Jim Jones, man, coming at Nas, man? Do you think it's disrespectful, man? Do you think, with Nas, who he is, it should have been a little different homage to Nas? I'm going to let you give me your narrative, brother. Dio.
Hold on. You hear me now, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, cool. I'm going to say that just getting into the Jim Jones Nas argument is a disrespect to hip hop because Jim Jones, he couldn't hold Nas's microphone stand. Like, there's no comparison. Jim Jones, he lost his rabbit ass mind. I know Jim and them. I used to manage Big L. I fucked with McGruff. I know all of them. I know Cam. Jim know he's out of line. So what Jim is actually referring to is this new hype shit going on, this loving hip hop and likes and all this internet shit. But as far as hip hop, he can't fuck with no Nas. Nas is a fucking a Bentley. Nas is a Rolls Royce. Jim Jones is a Honda Accord, man. You can't fuck with no Rolls Royce, man. I fuck with the greatest rappers, the greatest lyricists of all times. He cannot touch Nas. Nas is a whole different. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be in Vegas next week at the Nas show with AZ in Vegas. So I'll see you out there then. He can't fuck with Nas. That's like, come on, man. Nas is not even gonna dignify that. He's not even gonna answer to that. That's like, yeah, come on, man. That's like Bronny telling LeBron's, "I'm gonna be the greatest. I'm gonna be better than you, Dad." You're like, what? Get the fuck out of here. That's what it's like. It's that far in advance. Nas is too far in advance.
So do you think? I mean, I feel it's a lot of jealousy, right? Because Nas been doing this thing from day one. He has one of the hottest first albums ever in hip hop. And shout out to hip hop, y'all. I'm not saying Nas got a better album than you, but he has one of the greatest albums from all you artists that we dropped. And it's so
Illmatic. Illmatic is Illmatic was one of the best hip hop albums of that era. And I was fortunate to manage the only artist that was the feature on there, AZ.
AZ, right? And yo, AZ is dope. AZ is dope too. Yeah,
he's incredible.
Yeah, but he just has the whole firm was dope.
It's just like every time AZ got something going, the label folded or something always happens. So it's not AZ. It's just, unseen circumstances that always happen. But AZ is one of my favorite. That's my brother to this day. So
yeah, that's one of my favorite too, man. You know what I mean? Especially when he did the Granddaddy IU joint.
Sugar Hill.
Yeah, but he did Sugar Hill and Granddaddy did Sugar Free joint. But the Sugar, he brought it too. How the Mrs. Jones joint. But yo, he killed it. And this is what bugged me out, yo. Now, I know Jim wanted to come at Nas, right? But my thing is, and this is what I'm saying, this is what I'm speaking to a cat that's here. I'm not speaking to some fan, somebody that don't know. I'm speaking to a original, right? So, Dio, I couldn't understand when Nas had a crew from Foxy to AZ, Carmega and the rest of these cats, right? Mm-hmm. That I still felt Dipset couldn't even mess with no Foxy, no AZ. I don't even want to name the rest of the Dipset, just the Foxy and the AZ.
No.
Nas right there. Yo, it's no.
And Nature was a beast too, and Half a Mil was a beast.
Yes, Half a Mil, excuse me, Nature. I'm glad Dio brought that up. So, with all that being said with Braveheart, I didn't understand why would you come at the head of the body that's been doing it. But you know what, Dio? I laughed when I seen Nas commercial when he coming through with the briefcase and doing the casino and all that. I see, yo, Nas, man. Yo, he coming through the commercial. They getting ready to do the Queens. They about to do the Queens. Different level. So
Different
let me
level.
ask you the deal, because I want you to do most of the talking right here, baby, because I asked you to come up and do this. So, Dio, let me ask you, do you think this is jealousy, or because I know Jim Jones back in the days came at Nas kind of, sideways too before?
I just think Jim Jones is delusional. I just think that Nas moves so smooth and nothing bothers him that Jim Jones just wants to see Nas just flinch. He wants to see him sweat, and it's not gonna happen. Nas is just who he is. What you see is what you get. He can't ruffle Nas's feathers, man. Nas is a king, man. He's a god, man. That nigga is, come on, man. He's one of our forefathers, man. God, he can't. It's like I don't even like having this conversation because it's so disrespectful.
I love that.
It's so disrespectful for Jim to even come out his mouth and utter anything disrespectful against Nas. Nas is one of the greatest rappers ever of all times. We won't
Right.
even know who Jim Jones is in 5 years.
Okay.
And
So
and
check
and
this
and,
out.
and he's talking about in on the internet he made Nas hot. Chrissy made him hot. So what are we talking about?
Right. Yo, I just want to hold on. Let me give a shout out. Dorian Tripline. What's up, Dorian? Singer. T. Scott, I see you in the house. Yo, D. James, I see you in the house right now. Yo, I got my man Dio on here right now, man. And we're going to get to his resume and things like that. We just having some conversation. We're going to try to rock this out for like an hour and a half. How long me and Dio can go. I'm juiced up, but just make sure. But how long we can go with my brother, we're going to do it. So okay. Now, Dio, I want to ask you this, because I'm going to stay on this for a little bit, throw some things at you, right? So,
All right.
hold on. Somebody just, I just wanted to see something, man. Yeah, Anthony Bernard said it was a publicity stunt. I believe that too, right? But
Absolutely.
Anthony Bernard, I also believe is a lot of hater rate, because we just don't want to give it. Yo, we got so many legends, like Dio said, man. We just don't want to give each other that. I don't know what's that hard now, because I got
That's
it when we was young. But at this stage of the game, come on, man, we gotta stop some of this
That's
ill
our
attitude.
problem, man. That's our problem as a black race, man. We don't want to see nobody rise, and we don't want to give nobody they just do. It's like you don't see the white boys beefing with each other.
Right.
They don't beef with each other. You don't hear Guns N' Roses talking about Van Halen sucks. Nobody cares. They getting their own money.
Yeah, Bernard said, he said all that negativity make you relevant. And I get it, because negativity with the algorithm itself. So
Yeah, but the negativity and the algorithm could also backfire on you because now it exposes things that you weren't prepared for because you fucking with a giant.
facts.
So sometimes you got to be careful who you go at with this
Hey,
algorithm and all these new technology stunts.
okay, Dio, get out my cards, Dio, because I'm about to Dio, get out my cards. I'm trying to stay with the. I get it. I'm reading the
Copy.
comments. Hey, look, Dio, that's beautiful, Dio. You can always respond to the comments and all that. But we're gonna get into what Dio just said. How certain things on the algorithm, when you think you selling it, it could backfire. But that's the second. We staying with Nas and Jim Jones right now. Now, I
Gotcha.
wanted you to answer this last week, because Don Figga said he can't decide who is a better rapper. And that it kind of blew my mind, Dio, when he said this, right? So I'm gonna get your perspective, Dio. He said, I can't decide who's a better rapper because they haven't battled. And I said to myself, they ain't got to battle Nas, man. But let me be quiet. Dio, what do you feel when Don Figga said that you can't determine a rapper who's better than who unless they battle? How you feel about that?
I don't think you can judge it on battling if they're both not battle rappers, because that's sort of like someone that's coming up boxing, and you feel like Mike Tyson has to box them. Mike Tyson don't have to fight nobody to ever prove he's the greatest ever. So, I mean, I respect his opinion because I know where he comes from because
I'm
he's a
pulling
true
them up
hip
right
hop.
now. I'm pulling them up right now. So he's gonna come up
Right.
right now. Let's
Okay, what
go.
up,
Let's
Doc?
get it.
Yeah, what up, yo?
What's good? I was just gonna say I respect where he's coming from because I know he's a true hip hop and rap historian, so he knows about the battle shit. Because we're all the same age, so we come from nigga. You battle, or if you got beef, throw your hands up.
That's
We don't
that's
shoot.
all I was
We come
thinking.
from the scuffle. We come from the real grind.
Right,
But these
exactly.
new dudes, it's like if you talk about numbers and you talk about success and career, I don't think. Matter of fact, even if Jim Jones and Nas did battle, it'll be a slaughter.
Yeah, absolutely. But
But I
that's
feel
all
what
I
you're
was gonna
saying.
say was what I'm used to is seeing two people.
Yeah,
If somebody got called out, you had to go. You had to go. Okay, we're Hollowell, wherever.
yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
do this. You know what I'm saying? But this day and age, it's a different thing.
yeah.
And absolutely, Nas has way more accolades than Jim, way more hits, way more everything. I don't even think Jim was out when Nas came out, right? He was going to come
He
out to
was,
like 9
he
years
was,
later or something.
he was. But to me, Jim is just he was Cameron and them road manager. He's just
Right, right.
he's not a rapper. He's just a
Right.
dude that learned how to be fly and he put it to lyrics. That's
Absolutely, absolutely.
he's not like Nas. Nas is for
Right,
real.
right,
Like
absolutely. See, I didn't know
you
that. I didn't
don't
know Jim
you
Jones.
don't disrespect Nas and
Right.
Rakim and KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane. You don't certain dudes you just leave them alone, man.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
don't have nothing to
absolutely,
prove. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, absolutely, kid.
Yo,
No, I
but
was.
but even like with the Dipset shit, like Jim
Yeah, I just want to say,
Jadakiss.
I just want to say right quick. Lightning said, "What's up to you?" And they said, "Depending on the audience, but your brother still get busy." Go ahead.
I was just gonna say they had the verses Dipset against the Locks,
Right,
and Jadakiss killed the whole verses with one verse. So we do we compare it just on the verse, the battle? Because Dipset made some historic records also. So
right,
but that
right.
one verse that Jadakiss did killed the whole verses.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
They made a record
Absolutely.
out of it.
Right.
It comes on in the
Absolutely.
club.
Right. Absolutely. They made a record out
So
of it. Absolutely.
but I respect your opinion as far as battle because we come from the era you talk shit, let's fight. And
Right.
3 o'clock, the bell ring, everybound's in the courtyard, and we
Everybody, there
surrounded
it is.
everybody, and you're gonna fight, and we're gonna see who's built with what, and that's it.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
that's what we. But see, that's where we come from. These young dudes don't come from that.
Yeah, they don't come from that. Absolutely.
Nah, they come
And
from.
that's what
I
I was
got.
saying. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
understand,
know
like,
exactly what you're saying.
it's a different world now. It's not nothing what it was. I was just saying, I would like to see, hey,
It's not.
if Jim really felt that way, and I'm
They
putting it
too
on him
scared.
because he called Nas out that he needs to be, yo, let's go on the
Nah,
stage, and he didn't
it's
do that,
nah. It's that's Jim Jones is beneath Nas.
Right.
It's not even like Nas is not even getting out the bed for that kind of action. This
Hey,
nigga's
yo,
a myth. Nas
hey,
has hundreds of millions of dollars.
Right.
hey,
Absolutely.
hey,
They don't even look at Nas in the same realm as like Jay-Z and Puff and all that with the billions.
Right.
That kid he's right there.
Right. Right. Right.
hey, I just want to say one thing. Jim Jones going to work out with Uncle Shay Shay.
Shay Shay was smoking. Like you're talking about a professional athlete
Yeah,
against a
yeah.
rapper that just started working out and feels like come on, man. Shay Shay is a beast.
So, yo, check it out. I'm getting some calls on the other line to ask you a couple questions. So they saying, these guys is in the hip hop industry, and I kind of tight back right now. So one question is, and you don't have to get deep. They want to know, how do you feel about Puffy and the Fed charges and things like that? We might talk about that a little bit. What do you feel about that? And what's that? Hold
I
on.
mean,
What
I
do you
feel
feel
like
about that? And what do you feel the atmosphere? What do you think other people feel about it? Okay, got you. What's the atmosphere in the air? I got it. My bad. What's the atmosphere in the air? And what do you feel about the Puppy trial? I got it right now. My
I
bad.
feel like I feel like the Puff trial was just a sham. I feel like they just wanted to take down a strong, powerful black man. Now, before I go into it deeper, I will say that the video I saw of Cassidy, I'm totally against that. No man should do that to no woman. That was egregious. That was ugly. It was disgusting. Now, I will say a man being a freak, that's none of my business. So whatever you do, dildos, men, women, I don't care about that. So I'm not judging Puff off of what I heard he did in the bedroom. I'm just judging him off of the person that I know that I met when he was 13, 12 years old. He's always been ambitious. He always wanted to be famous. He always wanted to be what he is right now. So all the other stuff, I just don't know, so I can't speak on it. But if he did any of the crimes, then he should do the time. But he got to quit it. So we got to just leave that man alone.
Hey, let me give you a hand clap for that, man. I have to give Dio a hand clap for that because he did his thing on that. Don Figgs, what's your perspective, my brother? Don Figgs.
You're muted. You're muted. You got to take your mute off.
Hey, Don Figgs muted.
There you go. There you go.
Is it unmute now? Okay.
Yeah.
So
and Don knows Puff too. He knows Puff too. We all know him.
But I don't really know him like that. I know him though.
Hold on, Don Figgs. Don, before you start. This is what I'm asking both of you brothers, because both of you brothers, see, a lot of people like to talk to people that might get secondhand information. You cats lived it, been it, you grew up into the music, the hip hop, and you know major mad artists. With that being said, man, y'all go ahead, Don Figgs. These are some real legit brothers I'm talking to.
Shout out to my bro Dio. He's way more of an expert than I am, professionally in the business. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. I appreciate you being up there. But you know, I was around. I worked in some places. I came up with some people. You know, I don't really know Puff like that. I only knew Tim Dog, but I remember Puff. He used to be with the IOU dancers, and
Yeah,
he
he's
would
a
come
dancer.
up on stage and all that. And then, you know, I went to prison. So in the time of his birth and him really coming to life, I wasn't around, you know, from really like 86 to 91. I run into Jesse West in the pen, you know what I'm saying, in Rikers, and he's telling me about something he's doing. And, you know, then one day I see the video with Hev, Super Cat, Jesse, and Puff. And I'm like, yo, what?
They
Yo,
made it,
you know.
right.
So, you know, when I came out, you know, we was running around still, whatever, but I didn't see Puff. I didn't start seeing Puff till like the mid-90s now, because now I'm working in the industry. I'm working with record companies. I'm going to Jack the Rapper and all that stuff.
Right.
So I see them there. You know, I wasn't seeing Puff in the Vernon or downtown. But I remember Tim Dog. They used to throw all the parties. And, you know, we used to go, you know, the tunnel, before the tunnel, when it was, I forgot what it was, Palladium, when it was the Palladium. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and the Octagon, and, you know, we had
all that.
spots.
Latin quarters and all that.
I agree with D.O. I feel like if you're going to try to say something like what they said about Puff, it's way more people who have been outspoken that didn't get publicity that they should be talking about. I ain't going to name no names, but
right.
It's way more, you know, and like he said, what he's doing in the bedroom, that's their business. Like, and he's not even really doing nothing. Like, they calling it free calls and all that. Bro, what Puff was doing was he was doing his thing. But
that's it.
That ain't no free calls, bro, compared to Hollywood, bro.
That's nothing.
You know, he was just doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to take nothing away from any victims or whoever's claiming to be victim. But I truly believe, first of all, he didn't force nobody to do nothing, bro.
He can't. He's grown. They're grown women.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This, you know, everything, it hurts me to see it opportunist. You know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity to get a bag. If you sound good enough, if you can cry good enough, if you can whip that story good enough, because let's just be clear. It wasn't about his criminal trial anyway. They want to get him to the civil trial so they can sue him, bro. It's all about lawsuits. Look at how many people popping up right now. Oh, he did this to me. She did that to me. They did that to me. And 99% of them, they find out are liars, bro. People pop up on Puff. Liars. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean.
The male escorts.
Well, hold on. Because y'all getting into the next question, right? Stay with me. This is beautiful because y'all giving the information. So I got the next answer was since you two guys are in the music industry, what would you tell young men or young women what to be aware of and what should they do to stay focused in the music industry?
I'm gonna let Dio live.
First, I would tell them to go to school and carve out a career and be a professional in something other than music. Because when we made music, it was a hobby for us. We still worked. And plus we was living with our parents. We didn't have all these bills, and we didn't have none of that. So I say establish yourself as far as employment, a career, something that you can do after music, and music should be a hobby. And if you're successful, then take it all away. But don't bank your whole life on being in the music business. And things to look out for are people who just I mean we from the streets, all of us, so it's hard. It's like y'all know what I'm saying without saying it. Like, but you know how people are moving, like how somebody is just if you're in a club and you walk away from your drink, never drink that drink again. Like things like that.
Absolutely.
Like just always stay focused, keep your ghetto antennas way up, and focus on a career, focus on a future, focus on what you're gonna be when you're 60, not when you're 20 and 18. Because I mean, we could all tell you right now on this live that shit goes by very, very fast.
Yes,
Right.
it does.
So try
Absolutely.
to try to think about your future and don't get caught up in just the present because that shit will go by quick.
Okay, one
Absolutely.
question. One question.
That's my advice.
Anthony, okay, before Don, you go on, one question. Anthony said, yo, if he's broke Cassidy off, so if he broke Cassidy off, how could he still testify, or how can she still testify, excuse me, if he's having, okay, how can she still testify if he paid Cassidy, she has a gag order? I didn't know that part of the gag order.
Well,
Maybe you know something about that.
well,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if the feds want you to appear in court, you have to come. Whether I
You have
don't
to
care
go.
if you got a settlement, it don't matter. It's the feds. Her settlement was a civil thing. It wasn't a federal thing.
Exactly.
So once the feds
Exactly.
want you to talk, that 20 million,
Exactly.
whatever he paid her, that shit don't. She's indemnified from her gag order,
Exactly. Exactly. I couldn't
so
have
it
said
doesn't
it
even
better.
matter.
He's
So
right.
yo, Anthony, he put it to you, man. Thanks on that, Do, man. That was deep right there. Hey, the second
Exactly.
question is too: should artists talk to companies about publishing and copyright?
I'm a artist. Artists shouldn't talk to anybody about anything they have concerns about until they do their own research and learn themselves about what they're asking. Because you need to know uh, at least what the answer could be before you just take anybody's answer. So learn about publishing, learn about everything that you have concerns with. Because when we came up, we didn't have Google, we didn't have
Right.
YouTube University, we didn't have all these successes that you guys see. Because when Hef came out, it was only like 15 groups in the world.
Right.
So we can have
Right.
what y'all have.
Right.
So because y'all have the internet, y'all have Google, y'all have Chat GPT, y'all have so much that you shouldn't go to anyone for answers until you do your own research. That's my
Right.
opinion on it.
No, he's 1,000% right. Because I think one of the biggest mistakes, and it's not the fault of artists, but they come in with the aspirations of being an artist, so they're not thinking about the business.
Right.
As I was trying to be an artist, I was learning the business. So I ended up more on the side of the business because there was so much to learn. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And remember, this kind of hip hop putting out records commercially worldwide really didn't start till the 90s. Now, in the
Right.
80s, records did go out. They went to Europe, shout out to
Yeah.
Blue Nation. They had already been spun the globe with the
Right.
music, the breakdancing, and all that. But
I
now,
want, I want, okay, I just want to read Don. Don, when you go now, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna read something Rob Davis put up. I want to read Rob. Let me see if I can bring him up on camera though, because I got an extra spot.
Who
Hey
that? Rob
Rob,
Davis from?
I'm sending you an ad, Rob Davis. See if you can pull up too.
That's
Okay, he
Rob from C.
declined. Yeah, Pete Rock's man, Rob Davis. Big Rob.
Nah, that's my man Rob from he in Connecticut. I know Rob. That's my boy.
Yeah, Big Rob. So he got something he just said too. I lost because I was trying to bring Rob ass up
He
here.
said he can't join.
I just lost his damn comment. Hold on.
He said he can't join just now. He sent up a
Okay,
comment.
do you got his comment? No, but he said something before. He declined. I was gonna ask D.O. Damn. He said I can't join. Okay, Rob. But he
can't
put
see
a
the
comment.
comments.
You don't see his comment?
I don't see his comment. I only see where he says he can't join. I don't see nothing else
He
he
was saying
said.
something about Puffy. I thought so. I want him. Okay, hold up. He got a new one right here, I think. Hold up. God, dog it. I was just trying because the comment sounds so dope. What he was saying. All right, hey Rob, I'm gonna get to it, Rob. I'm gonna look. Go ahead, y'all, Bill. I don't want to stop you. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Keep
Yeah,
talking.
no, that was really
What?
it. Like I said, like knowing the business, unfortunately, a lot of people didn't learn it. And shout out again to Do because when I came out, I thought making the record was just as simple as
Okay, hold up. Hold up. I think he can come up.
Okay.
I think he can come up right now. I'm adding you right now, Rob. I think he said add me up. Yeah. Bring you up, Rob. Well, y'all go ahead and talk, though.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But
I'm watching the stream. Y'all do your thing. Don't let me
yeah, that's
distract
really
y'all.
go ahead, Dio, because I know you was about to say something too. Go ahead, Dio.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, to your point, we didn't have anywhere to go for answers. We just figured it out. Like,
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
we didn't have no jobs. Like when I went on the road with Hev, I was carrying bags. I was a roadie, and
Right.
Tupac was a roadie on tour with us. We didn't.
Right.
We just figured it out. We
Right.
created the whole Bring a Barber on tour. Scotty G,
Right. Right.
Mike
Absolutely.
Daddy, and all of them.
Shout out to
Like
Scotty G, bro.
yeah, we just
Absolutely.
figured
Absolutely.
it out, man. But we had people around us that will go to war for us. You know what I'm saying? So if
Yeah.
something went down, it's going down, and everybody got your back.
Right. Absolutely. I actually
That's
learned
it,
a
man.
lot from
Rob, I'm
my
trying to
homie.
add
Shout
you,
out to
brother.
Funk
If you
D.
did, Rob, yo, Big Rob, I'm trying to add you, my brother. Yeah, go ahead, Joe. My fault.
Okay.
I'm
Tell
gonna take
tell
your
tell
yeah.
tell Rob because he got an Android, yo.
I don't know. Because he said he was kind of busy, so I don't know if he
Nah,
might
it's
be
all
busy.
good.
Yes.
Nah,
Yeah.
plus I mean, he got his radio show too. He probably preparing for that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he
Right.
let
Right.
me come up on his radio show when he first was doing this thing. We was talking about the Giants and the Cowboys, but we ain't gonna get into
Yeah, so
that.
he got a good radio show up there in Connecticut.
Oh yeah, he's doing his
I,
thing.
I was on I was on his show before.
You
Absolutely.
know, and I got mad love for Rob, man, and I think he might have sent me a message.
He
I
said it
got mad
won't let
love.
him. It won't let
Huh?
him go up. Well, you know what? I'm gonna drop out for a
What?
second. Let's
I
see
ain't
if
got
you
you
can bring him
blocked or
up, man,
nothing,
so you can get
Rob.
him
What
up
you
here.
talking about, bro? I'm gonna try again. Let's see. I don't know. Rob probably wouldn't block me from Rock, but that's
I,
all right.
I,
But I still love you, Rock Knocker.
I was gonna say I drop out for a second to see if you can bring him up.
Nah,
Maybe
you
because
good?
it's
'Cause I got a
especially,
spot. I got a
you
spot.
know what I mean.
I still got a
I
free
know, but
spot.
this okay. Dang, I gotta step out for a second. That's why.
All right,
Okay.
go
So I
ahead, come
wanted to
back.
give him
We'll be
that
right here.
space, and then I'll come back in. It's
We'll be
Okay,
only
right
you
here.
can drop. Fix. Drop
but
back and
real
come back
quick,
in.
again, shout out yo Dio. I need to talk to you, fam. I,
Absolutely, hit me up.
and I through him and then
Nah,
contact
nah.
you.
Listen. I got the same number since 89,
No,
91.
I don't have that one. So I was trying to
Okay.
throw it in the DM on your Facebook, but it wasn't
This,
letting me. So
Copy.
if it's okay, if Ed could give it to me,
Absolutely.
and then
Absolutely.
I
We'll
just want to
connect.
shoot
yo,
you a
We'll
question.
connect
damn,
today.
Rob said he
Absolutely,
can't.
absolutely.
All right, brother.
All right, I'm gonna pop out Ed right quick.
Okay,
All right,
all
brother.
right, all
Love.
right.
All right,
Okay,
love family.
all right. So Rob said he's having trouble to get in. We're gonna find out. We're gonna get Rob in too, because I would love to do a show with Rob too. That's my man. No matter what,
Definitely.
we
That's
love his
family.
love, man. Yeah, because I got love. I tell jokes and all that.
What
Sometimes I
y'all
know I
have
need to
beef?
talk.
Y'all have beef over Pete Rock? What y'all beefing about?
Me and Rob ain't had no beef. I was just taking.
Oh, that's the
I'm
Giants.
gonna put.
Pete loved the Giants.
Yeah, I'm trying to add him again. I was taking shots at Rob with the Giants. Pete, he got to rock with his man. I love it. Rob, that guy, he got to rock out with his crew. And you know me, DL, I play ball.
Yeah.
I told him, you gotta send 3 dudes to guard me. You can't guard
Right,
me with
right,
one person.
exactly,
So,
exactly.
you know, but hey, D, I'm being jokeful, but yeah, you know, but it's all love. It's all love. I'm
Yeah, you
trying. He
can't
said
help
he
it.
can't get. Yeah,
See,
he said he can't get up. So let me read his comment right quick. He said I was saying I was in the courtroom. So Rob said he went down into the courtroom. He was down in the courtroom and all that. And they brought Mount Vernon up a lot. He said he was bringing. Okay, Rob. Hey, we're going to figure that out, Rob. We're going to figure out how to get you up, bro, when I get off this joint, man. I don't know. Because I didn't block you or nothing, bro. I don't know what's going on. Facebook do this sometimes, but I'm going to find out. I'm reading your comment right now, Rob Davis. Your RD say, I was saying that he was in the courtroom and they brought Mount Vernon up a lot. And then he said they won't let me come in. But he was telling me he was in the courtroom and they was bringing Mount Vernon in a lot. I wanted to ask Rob, Rob, stay with me, Rob, if you can. I can't bring you, but stay with me. I was going to ask you and Rob, how you feel about Gene Deal? How you feel about Gene Deal with Puff? Like, you know.
Gene is my man, so I don't know. That's my nigga. So he's just a funny dude. He's a former NYPD, so that's my man. Gene has always been just the way you see Gene. I don't know where all the hate came from against Puff because they were thick as thieves, but Gene Deal is what you see. Gene is just Gene. That's all I
So
can say about Gene. So whatever he got with, huh?
I'm just saying, you don't think the beat came through money? Like, you know, like maybe
Um,
Gene.
I think so. It probably came through money. It probably came through, a lot of different things. We all fall out about money, which is silly, but I think so.
Okay,
But
so Rob Davis said he met Puff through Head, which Head damn near introduced us to everybody through my, because Head was
absolutely,
the real cat first. I'm just saying, you know, I was kind
absolutely.
of in my feelings a little bit. How he wasn't getting celebrated through Mount Vernon. Then, yeah, we Head gave me his number. I still got it on my Rolodex, the 310 number when he was in Cali. Because my cousin May called me and was like, man, I need to call Head.
I met
But
I met Puff actually through Joe Black, because Joe Black used to live up the street from Joe Black used to beat Puff up every day.
so Rob Davis said to you, Dio, do you remember Puff at the Overweight Lovers in the
In the house
House
video,
video?
hell yeah, yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay,
Rob,
okay.
Rob was around all of this shit that we talking about, and before Hev popped off, we used to all be at G's crib in the plaza. So they was doing what they do, but we used to always hang out at G's crib. So and Rob and all of us was together like damn near every day. We're having all of us. So
Oh,
Rob he
I
been
know
there
that.
before.
I know that. Rob was doing that also with Pete Little Brother Grapp and all them and Rob O and all them.
Now
They was
this before grapping up because
before
grapping
that.
them couldn't come outside. This is
Yeah,
before Hev made a demo.
yeah. And that's BI right now. BI, man. Answer that now. Y'all. I can't be out. If I answer the phone, my live go down. So I
Gotcha.
can't do. You know what I mean, I got to get through this, and I'm gonna call you back, Bi, and we gonna get on this, man. So
Which
you say Gene is cool. You don't feel anything that you feel like I just feel like Pup is one of our brothers. I know some of us go through things we go through, but I know there's a damn line that you don't cross sometimes. I mean, Gene talking about his mother, his kids. It's like, yo, man, one thing, no matter who I gotta beef with on social media, I'm not talking about your kids. I'm not talking about your mother. I'm
right.
not talking about your father. I don't want to talk about your brother. I want to talk about you. This
That's
between
it.
me and you. When
Man
Cat
to man.
started doing, his mother wanted to maybe be help me be my daddy, and I could have been Puff Daddy. I'm like, yo, dude, come on, man.
Nah.
Everything, and I know you said Dio earlier. He's like that. He's funny. You know what I
Gene
mean?
is just Gene is Gene. I mean, Gene's with the smoke too, but he just that's how Gene is, man.
Right,
That's my man.
right.
I mean, we
Yep.
intro we introduced Puff to a lot of the Harlem niggas. People don't know that,
Come up.
huh?
Yeah. No, I see Jeff. Yeah, Jeff wants to come out. I just got Jeff. Jeff is in the house too. Jeff Anderson. He always
What up,
come out,
brother?
rock out with the show and all that, man. You
Like
know. Yeah.
what I was gonna say is every time I say we is Hev, just so y'all know, and every time people say Hev, they don't realize that I was there also every step of the way. So we introduced Puff to all the Harlem niggas, Gene Deal and all of them, and Uncle Paulie and all of them. Like Puff was just a dancer from Mount Vernon that was scared to go to Harlem.
Right.
Right.
Courtney telling out. What up, Courtney? I thought that was Nick T. I'm about to try to bring Nick T up here. I thought that was Nick Teller right there.
Oh, that's my man, Nick T. Nick T started with us too. Me and Nick T was the first roadies for Hev.
Okay, yo, Nick T pulled through on the podcast. We was rapping. We was talking about the Knicks. We was talking about the Hev joint. But this is what I say. Rob Davis, Nick T, Pete, y'all all that original class of when Hev was coming through. I know Tony Freaky and all those cats was around the hood too. But
absolutely.
Yeah. All of them was through there. My man Huff. Love you, Huff.
Yep. Tony Dofat. Tony Dofat too.
Yeah. But that was on the mixing with the music. I'm just talking about before the music came, like just the homies. Like,
absolutely.
Y'all was really going around Hev, and then once they knew Hev was a talent. You know what I mean? They were like, damn. I love that everybody realized that Hev was the talent, and Hev didn't lose his head. Everybody with his talent. Like, he didn't roll through the Vernon like looking down on you. That's one thing I love on that. And I take that with me too, yo, no matter where you go, what you try to do, because I know I ain't gonna never get to that level, bro. I'm cool where I'm at. But what I take from Hev, yo, don't look down on nobody. Have nothing but love, baby. And we lost that through Mount Vernon. We lost that a lot through Mount Vernon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. Cats be ready to get at cats and be like, yo, hold on, man, come talk to me, man. We could joke and all that. That's why I left the Knicks alone, because that made me get with a lot of cats, because cats start saying things. And I said, you know what? Nah, yo, this be better, bro. And not saying I'm better than them. They'll go to them and now we can't go this way, man, because I come from the generation where we could joke in the barbershops, talk smack, and it's still love. Down to Willie Burger, you have a drink and chill out. And I ain't trying to hunt for you. This new generation be all on this demon time and all that. I ain't got time for that, man. I'm still on that good time, man. Yeah, I go to church. I got my butt with it. So I got some good stuff in me still. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Just moving on. Hey, yo, what up, Anderson? What's going on, bro?
I want to holler at Blyden, man. Dio for a minute, man.
What's up, brother?
Hey,
dude.
D, listen, I've always wanted to talk to you. I'm from Yonkers, right? And you don't remember that. I remember we go back Mount Vernon. You was at MCA Records. You tried to sign my artist to try. His name was Trey Williams. He was a singer, and you gave us an opportunity.
Yeah.
With Mark Spark, right?
Yeah.
With Mark Spark, right? Yeah, that's you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You gave us opportunity, man. And, like I said, I was a rapper myself, but just to get an opportunity, because it's different. Remember back in the days, we could come up to the office, we could sit and chat.
Yeah,
it was a chill. The experience that you gave me to come up to MCA, man, I will never, ever forget that, man. And just going around and you let Trey sing on that white piano you had upstairs and all of that with Mark Spark. Yeah,
I remember clearly, man. We was on the 8th floor because the piano was on the 8th floor. I remember.
Yeah, you remember that, right?
Yeah, we had the little performance. Yeah. That's what's up, man.
But you know what's crazy though, man, with the whole Puff thing. I tell you like this. This is my opinion. Whatever he does on the side, I've been that bad boy. I've never seen the stuff that people are talking about, because maybe we were on the musical side. Maybe on the musical side, we never got into all them parties and did all that. We were just trying to make beats and make the song happen. So we didn't really see all that.
And my thing is make a couple dollars. That's it. Get a few chicks, but not the freak shit. But I didn't see it either.
And you know what? And see, here's my thing. If that's his lifestyle, that's him. But you can't take away the fact that this man is building school for some of these kids. He's giving out money. We got to look at that picture, and I think that's what happens, because when white America does the same thing, they get honors. They get statues and stuff. But then you're going to do this man because he had an issue with his girlfriend.
Right,
See that?
right.
And
That's
Ray Rice went through the same thing. And then another thing I want to touch on, I tell people when it comes to the victims, we support these victims so much. These victims don't want your help. You know why? Because you mess up their bag. When you
right,
get
right.
involved, yo, I'm keeping it real. When you get involved, they get mad at you. Ray Rice's wife said, I don't want no headache. Me and my husband's gonna work it out. But guess what? They banned him from the NFL. That
Yeah,
messed up the bag.
that's the backup. Yep,
Now,
absolutely.
Cassie, Puff paid the money, and that was going to mess the bag up because now they found him not good. That was going to mess the bag up too. And then my thing is this: you're a victim, but then you go out and get pregnant within the year. Then you marry this guy. Like, what the hell is going on? Where's the victim lie? Where's the victim lie?
Come on, man. Listen, nothing. They didn't damage the pussy that much, so I don't know what's going on.
Yo, listen, what's going on is this, man. Look, and I say this. You can't underestimate because people are rappers. People think because we're rappers, we just guys from the hood, we just do words. Some of us went to college, some of
Right.
us got degrees, some of us been in the army, some of us are
Yep.
police officers, some
Yep.
of us are firemen, some of us are doctors. We just had a talent to do certain things.
That's
And I'm
it, man.
telling you, I tell people, go watch that interview with Puff and Charlemagne. That's why they
That's why they
locked him
took him
up.
down. Right there. Right there. With
Because
the
that
Black
dude,
Party, and that's it.
listen,
Right there.
the reason Obama got elected, you got to give credit where credit is due because of Puff and
Yep.
because of what's the name? Puff, Jay-Z, and that kid, Snowman, the kid from down Philly.
Yep. Yep.
Because remember, Obama said he couldn't go to the White House because he couldn't pass clearance.
Yeah. Then Jeezy made the joint. My president's
Jeezy,
black. Jeezy. I
that's
know
what I'm
exactly what you're
talking
talking about.
about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what this is all about. It ain't all about, listen, if somebody fighting their girlfriend in New York State, all they're going to do is lock you up, put you in Valhalla somewhere for about a couple of months, make you pay that fine to get an order of protection.
That's
Federal
it.
cases and all this other nonsense, nah, man. Y'all know exactly what's going on.
Yep.
That's
Well,
just where I feel about it.
I
hey,
agree with
Jeff,
you, bro.
hey, Jeff, let me just put this in there because I'm gonna let you keep building. So I live in California, so that night I was with them when that incident happened. Me, Rasu, Craig, Boogie, and all that. We was at the club. I wasn't at the incident in the hotel. But in California, there's a statutory, right? I'm not saying to nobody out there. I'm saying because I don't want nobody to jump on me. I'm just
Right.
saying
Right.
the crime already passed the time,
Yes.
so he really didn't have to pay her. So I don't want nobody getting mad. But that was a good thing from his heart because he probably been with us so long and said, I'll break you off a little bit. This is cool. But he really didn't have to pay her because the time elapsed for the crime. He was clear on that. And a lot of people in Cali, why didn't he even give her that money? Because, you can't bring up a charge in Cali when you don't write
Right.
that incident or that charge within the timeline. You have to follow the timeline in Cali. If not,
Yeah.
they're
The
not going
statute of
to get it.
limitation.
So I'm not trying to be a mean dude, but I didn't get that part in the hotel. Like I said, it was so long ago. That hotel is torn down. They
Right. Right.
gentrified that whole block right there. Not just what he did. That hotel was fly, but they wanted to do something else. LA got some
Right.
money and they about to take it to the next level. So all that was
Well,
I didn't get that part either, man. I didn't get
you know what? But you know why he paid her? I'm gonna tell you why he paid her. Because when you deal with Puff, if you deal Puff in the right manner, he gonna take care. He gonna pay you. I mean, I don't know what everybody else has experiences. If you deal with Puff the right way, he gonna deal with you. The issue is this: that girl loved Puff so much, man. She didn't want to let go, man. Let's keep it real, man. She ain't letting Puff. She loved that man, and then at some
Yep.
point, he liked it her. They were together
Yep.
for a while. It wasn't like they were together for 2 months.
Yep.
It ain't at some point, yeah, I seen it with my own eyes. Yeah, it was cool. That was his girl. It was cool. It was his girl. No matter
And
what they
he
do,
felt, yeah, exactly.
that was
And he
his girl.
felt that he felt he wanted right. And he felt,
She's
let me
yeah.
make this happen. Yeah, exactly. But
She
he didn't have
started
to
going
pay her.
crazy. She started going crazy when he started doing everything for Young Miami, and she went nuts.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Young Miami, that record. There you go. She was on that
Records.
video and on
He
that
gave her the
record.
he
Yeah.
gave her the TV show. It was his
Yep.
girl. They were talking about all the shit. Young Miami's like, I love when Puff pee on me and all that. She was like, hold up,
Hold
I'm
up.
gonna expose you. That's all it was. I
Yo,
don't care what they do in their bedroom, man. That's some freak shit, but I don't. That's their business, man.
but
That's
let me
their
ask you a
business.
question, Dio. But Dio, let me ask you this. Do you really, we've been in that entertainment business. I'm gonna be honest, Dio, I'm just gonna be honest. I've dealt with a lot of artists just being around them. I've never saw that. I think sometimes they say this stuff because it makes them money, like it's media attention. Like,
Well,
do you really do that? Like, seriously?
I'm gonna say there is a dark side. I've never been to the dark side, but if they got respect for you, they're gonna tell you it's that time. It's time to go, or we're about to get in something else. And I've seen it. I've seen niggas go dark, and me and Heather, whoever I'm with, be like, "Yo, it's time to go." There is a whole nother side to it. I've never seen it, but I know it exists. There is a dark side where motherfuckers just be bugging, men with men, and just bugging. It's a whole nother industry, but I've never witnessed it because that's not my thing.
But Puff changed. I think if that's the issue, he changed when he got with Clive Davis, because he wasn't like that when he was without Clive Davis. He was
Nah, he
Brooklyn,
was
Harlem
totally
dude,
different.
the clothes, chilling, hang at Willie Burgers, like the cars,
Yeah,
the trucks, hang with Dapper Dan. You know what it
yeah, he
was.
was
He
chilling.
he changed when he got with Clive.
I
He
agree with
changed
you. I
because,
agree with you.
well, look what happened to Whitney Houston when she got with Clive. What happened?
Everybody
Like,
that got with Clive, they need to fucking put him up on the stand,
yo, that's what I'm
man.
saying. Look. Craig Mack. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you
They
something. Listen to
changed.
this. Craig Mack.
They changed
Listen to this.
because the money was different. Clyde gave Puff Daddy $100 million after that first Biggie album. Before that
Yep.
double album came out, Clyde said, "Yo, you doing numbers like this, Puff? Yo, check this out. Yo, you got Biggie, you got 112, you got Faith. Yo, I know you're gonna flip my money. I'm about to give you $100 million. When you give a
Yep.
cat $100 million that ain't never seen that, good luck, bro. Good luck with no restrictions. Good luck."
Yeah.
Yeah, you going crazy.
But you
Yeah,
know
you
what
going
though?
crazy.
But
Yeah.
Uptown Records, but check it out. Uptown Records should have never dissolved. I'm gonna tell you, I was there, and it's so funny. I was just a guy trying to get in. I remember when Uptown Records first started. You know when it first really started? On 213th Street on White Plains Road by Burger King. There was a house there. Tony Dofat,
Yeah, and
Father
Greg,
MC. You know
absolutely.
about it. Craig and all of them
Yeah,
had a
yeah,
little studio in
Yeah.
the house. And Dio,
yeah,
listen, I'm a
yeah. It
kid.
was right in
Look,
the back.
bro,
That was great
I
talking.
need to get on them documentaries. There was a little house. They had
Yeah,
two little studios in there. My
yeah,
man is a producer. His name is Earl Gaynor. He's from Mount Vernon. Earl
yeah. I
Gaynor. It's
know
no
Earl.
Bushman.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah. I know Earl.
and Mike Warner and all the
Yep.
producers. They were and Kate, the Swift, and all them guys up there.
Yeah.
There was none of these new guys. All of
Nah,
them
they
was
was.
in there, and Greg Trotman, because Greg Trotman wanted to manage me when I was a
Yeah, well,
rapper.
they were all signed to Greg Trotman, the producers. Tony Dofat. Well, Tony Dofat and
Yeah.
and
It
Greg
was
was
Greg
partners.
Trotman's joint. That was Greg Trotman's
It was his
studio.
spot. It was his studio.
That's that's Uptown
Yeah,
Records.
he
That's
used to
Uptown
bring up his
Records.
red sheet. He had the fly red great regular because I had the white joint. He had the red joint. He would pull
Right.
up his red joint. Because I'm over to the studio too. And I'll probably see you, but I was looking. Because I was trying to do
Right.
Listen,
something. I was looking.
that
And Greg
is the
would say, "Come
studio.
over, but yeah, Greg was, a lot of people don't even talk about Greg having that studio. Greg was one of the
Right.
guests
Right.
back. Yeah, and you're exactly right. Because we used to go right to Burger King and get all our little
Yeah, it's
waffles.
right across the street. Yep.
Now
Yep.
this is crazy. Listen to this one. Now, you know where Puma Maxwell come in? We had a spot called Arthur's in Yonkers. Everybody come down there, used to
I know
party.
Arthur's.
Right.
Yeah, you know
Mary
all
J.
this.
Blige and Pooh did the 411 live. But it
Yep.
wasn't even a record. They did it
Yep.
live. And then it went back to Tony Dofat and did it for real. I
Yep.
remember Dio, you did a record. Did you do a record for was you on Father MC joint or no the kid was it new Teddy Riley's brother, what is that? Rex and Effect?
Rex the Effect. Yeah, I did some
Yo,
shit with them.
no, I'll tell you the truth. Now,
Yeah.
listen to this one. One of
Hey,
the
yo,
kids,
hey, yo,
Brandon, got
Anderson,
killed.
hold on, Anderson. Anderson, I want to say something. Because you brought up Arthur's, and I know you're moving fast. And keep going, but hold on. So Arthur's Club remind me of a throughway diner in the middle of Yonkers. I just
That's
swear,
Right.
what it was, yeah. Yeah.
it looked like somebody took a throughway diner and changed it into a bar. Like you just walked around
Yeah.
and came back and get your food. But go ahead, man. Keep going, brother. Yeah.
Listen, Rex and Effect. Now this is I'm gonna keep a short story. This is how I met Teddy Riley. I was going with one of his friends in New Rochelle. His Teddy Riley's girl name is Donna Roberts. That was my
Yeah.
my friend's best friend.
Yeah.
Teddy
Donna.
used to drive the Acuras. I'm like, what is that car? The Legends, what? I've never saw that car. I met Teddy personally. He said, yo, my brother and them, we live in Harlem. They got a group called Rex and Effect. I said, oh, okay, he said, come down. I used to go to the studio right there in Harlem, right behind Apollo, and watch them record. That time, Brandon, one of the members, got killed, I think by the movie theater on 86th Street. He got killed. So there was only 2 members left. They wanted me to try to get in that group because I was doing, you know, the orientation and all that, and it was good because I think his brother's name is Markel Riley. That's his brother. Yo, we was doing it, man, and I remember, dude, you probably remember, they gave a demo to you on a cassette. We had cassettes back then. And I was on that cassette freestyling with them. And then this I met, then Teddy used to say, yo, let's go to this place. It's called, he wanted to perform, it's called The Rink in New Jersey. I'd never been to New Jersey like that before. I'd never been to a skating ring where young boys and young girls got money. They got money.
It was in Teaneck. Crazy.
Am I right or wrong, Dio? They driving Jaguars. These are high school kids. And then I ran into Big Bub. And I ran into Big Bub on Today.
Hey, yo, Dio and John Anderson. That was our spot. And when
the Rick was popping.
Yo, we used to do it every.
Rick is crazy.
It was like the Wednesday. It was around when Apollo Theater used to jump off 2 on the Wednesday.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was after. Yeah, we used to go after. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, we used to go after.
I remember the Rick.
And hit back to Willie Burgers and eat all night and come home about 4 in the morning. That was.
Hey, yo, listen. Teddy Riley. Teddy Riley bought the brand new M3, the red joint, candy ever red with the wing on it. That kid used to eat the George Washington Bridge with that, man. Yo, let me tell you something. And then I met this when I went to Jersey. I shook hands. I met the guy Big Bub from Today. Then I met my man Redhead Kingpin. Redhead Kingpin was like, yo, if you rhyme, come to the label that I'm on called Virgin Records. Janet Jackson was on that label.
Right.
Yeah, it was a guy named Kevin Curry. Kevin Curry was the A&R there. So I took my demo down there. He liked it, and they gave me a demo deal. But it didn't push, because there's a lot of other stuff going on, the factors. But I had the opportunity. What I say is, I was originals of that. I had the opportunity, and sometimes opportunity is greater than the product, man, because you really been there. But when they do these documentaries, they only ask the people on the surface that's been in the street with them. You got to really ask people who've been there.
In the trenches, for real.
And Dio, you are the star of that, man. That's why I said Uptown Records. I don't know why it got dissolved. I went to Eddie F's house in Jersey. That studio he had there was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What's his name? Dave Hall.
Mini Mansion.
Tell you another story with the Locks. When my man Earl Gainer used to manage the Locks, the first Locks record was with Dave Hall.
Yeah, and Earl had DMX.
Right, and the Locks, they did a record with Dave Hall and Donnell Jones was singing on the hook.
Crazy.
Never put that record out.
They need to find that record.
What's going on? They never put that record out.
They need to find that.
Uptown Records is official, man.
No Donnell Jones without no Eddie F. Eddie F.
Or intro.
Yeah.
Eddie's a legend. Right.
And God rest the lead singer, because nobody knew his lifestyle.
Kenny Green.
Yeah,
Kenny Green. Yeah, he was incredible.
Kenny Green, right? Yeah, Kenny Green. Yeah,
I still got the sample CD when we used to go down there where have the MCA get the little sample joints and then give them out there. With Orange Juice Jones. But that dude on intro, he could sing, man. He didn't really get his life because he passed away young. But that boy was bad. Nobody just knew his. I don't even say him, but that boy was bad. I don't even want to talk about other people's stuff. But as a singer, he was dope.
He was serious. He was official.
Yo, but check it out though.
Let me just say this: you brought up Big Bub. That's my man from the group today.
Big Bub, yeah.
Hey, let me tell you, a lot of people don't know. Big Bub had that pen on Mary J. Blige's album, Hot.
On everybody, Big Bub wrote for everybody, man. He wrote a whole album damn near.
Yeah. They don't say his name. They don't say his name at all. That's what be cracking me up, man. Like, what is going on?
Big Bub is a legend. That boy is serious. That's my man, too.
Yeah, man.
That's my man.
Because I'm just saying, Jeff was naming a lot of people. I just wanted to let the people, because I know we talking amongst each other. I just like to come in a little bit and give them who they are, too, a little bit, because I know Jeff was feeling them. Just give them love, just in case you got some Big Bub people out there, family, listen to us. Big Bub was a legend from Jersey doing his thing, coming through New York. Right?
He's still doing his thing. He on the road right now doing shows. I spoke to Bub like maybe a couple months ago. Bub's still doing his thing.
Oh, wow.
Let ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this just to change a little bit, right? So one day I was sitting in the crib and I'm going through all everybody that could laugh at me. I still got about 150 cassettes and I still keep CDs. I know a lot of y'all on the new joints, you plug your
I
joint
got
in.
I got 2-inch reels still, man.
Oh
Okay,
I
wow,
still got 2-inch reels.
do it
so
real.
check this out. So check this Dio and Jeff out, right? I ain't gonna make this long. Check this out. I'm in the crib playing some music because a lot of the new music I ain't saying to the new artists I don't really rock with them. I just like my hip hop. My hip hop was a little cleaner. It wasn't
Right.
that dirty fly. It was about the girls. It was about us being fresh. My hip hop wasn't about trying to really gun nobody down and doing all this pulling up and
Nah.
all that. But okay, I know the industry changed. But I'm sitting there listening to Head, right? I'm listening to Peaceful Journey, right? I'm listening to Chuck Rock, right? And I'm listening to Prince Marky D. I
Mm.
almost didn't know the difference between all three at one time.
Right.
You feel
And
what I'm
Marky
Well,
D
saying?
and shit and Marky D look like Hev.
well,
Yo,
Marky
and
D was signed to Marky D was signed to MCA. Marky D
Yeah.
was
hey,
signed
look,
to MCA, right?
I ain't even
Yeah, he
talking about
was.
the look. I'm talking
Hey,
about the delivery and the smoothness. I
Yeah, they
swear
all
to
sound the
God,
same. They all
don't
sound the
really
same.
sound. You can still tell the difference. But damn near the whole joint was just so smooth. And I said, damn, I could listen to all three of these dudes and I don't miss my man Head because this is, this is what it is. This was in that era when Marky D having Chuck Rock was putting it down. That was
Yeah.
just, man, bro. Yeah,
Well,
man, my bad.
well,
I just had to say that. Yeah.
Marky D, rest in peace. He passed away also.
yeah,
Yeah.
Marky D passed away too.
Is
Yeah,
Chuck Rock, is Chuck Rock still living?
He's still here.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Chuck
still
Rock
here.
still living. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know because I'll be out of touch with New York a little bit. I don't know, but
Yo,
okay.
now listen to this one. Now, did you know this? The original gangster, the original Suge Knight in New York was Gene Griffin. You didn't know about
Oh
that,
yeah.
dude, right? Now,
Back.
Teddy Riley's manager. Yeah.
Gene
Down with
Griffin was
God.
a real gangster.
Gene, he had the
So,
gangsters. Yeah,
so hold
Gene was cool.
on. Hold on. So I'm gonna take you back, right? So that's the original Suge Knight in New York, but there wasn't no original Suge Knight. The original Suge Knight in California was Dick Griffey, down with
Dick,
Don Caniggas on Solo Records. That's who
Dick,
Suge
Dick,
Knight was from. Dick
Dick
Griffey.
Griffey, but then there was another one, Big West.
Big
You know
Yeah,
Big
West.
West?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, but Big West rolled with Dick Griffey though. Big West was
Yeah,
rolling
he
with him
did.
though.
He did.
Yeah,
What's up?
that's a fact. That's a
But Gene,
fact.
but
You know
Gene
what I mean?
Griffin Gene Griffin, man, listen, he had that, I think he was manager, who was manager Rakim, him, right? He had
No,
that,
Gene
Nah,
Griffin was managing Teddy Riley and them.
and
He
who
had
Yeah, he
else,
had
who
God.
managed Rakim? There was another gangster, managed Rakim.
I think he was Teddy Riley's godfather. He was managing Rex in Effect. He was managing God. He was managing Today.
Yeah, he
And
was.
Christopher Williams.
I don't know if he might have had Chris, but I know he was around the MCA dudes a lot. But he was ready. I think he was trying to get Keith Sweat. Anybody that Teddy had around that time, because he was trying to control Teddy's music like that. Because I think that's the Godfather, if I'm not mistaken. I think
It
It
is.
is.
You're
It's
right.
Teddy's.
No, it is.
Yep.
It
Right,
is.
you're right.
I
It
might be
is.
wrong. Yeah.
No,
But I
you're
think
right. You're right. That's Gene
okay.
Griffin's Teddy's godfather.
That's
He
Teddy's
passed away
godfather.
too.
Yeah,
Gene passed away too a couple years ago.
because if you wasn't following Gene and you trying to walk through Teddy Riley, you had problems.
You had a
Ask,
major problem on your hand. Right.
ask him
Yo,
all.
let me tell you
Yeah.
something, man. Yo, let me tell you something. When I met that kid, he was young, redhead kingpin in Jersey. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Teddy was doing his stuff. Matter of fact, he was down with Spike Lee because did that song "Do the Right Thing" for the movie. Yo,
Right.
I went to Virgin Records, man, and what's her name? Janet Jackson just ran out of there. They said, "Yo, you miss Janet Jackson?" I said, "Oh shit, yeah." Because Virgin Records. See, that's what I'm saying. Back then, you could see the artists. Nobody's hiding
You
in the
you
closet,
see the
and
artist.
you know, it was
Right.
and that's what I think needs to happen when music needs to change. Bring back the A&R. I'm gonna tell you why it's important. The A&R job, like Dion was an A&R, the job is to make sure that the project is in order,
Yep.
that it's done, that everything is correct. Everybody just throwing stuff out there. There's no direction. There's no consistency. It's just noise. It's just throw it out there. You need the A&Rs back because the A&Rs, it was like, when we see A&Rs, that was like God's to us. Because let me tell you
Yeah,
something. When you sit in the office and somebody said, yo, the A&R from MCA's called you. Oh, wow. That was a thing, man.
yeah,
And then
yeah. It
you get
was.
to the
Right quick,
building and you
right
sign
quick,
your name.
right quick. Dio, or even you, Jeff. Triple said, who is Vince Davis? You know Vince Davis?
Vince Davis was for Slick Rick, I think.
Oh, Vance, excuse me. Vance Davis, yes, Slick Rick. Okay, he said, okay, Vance, you're right. I remember saying, I thought it said Vince.
I think
Okay,
that's it, yeah.
okay.
Now, let me tell you this. There was another spot. Now, here's a funny story. All the Mount Vernon artists, right, in New Rochelle, when everybody started bubbling, you know what our home base was? It was called the Stardust Ballroom, man.
I
Yo, the
remember the stars.
Stardust
That was the spot.
Ballroom.
That was the spot,
Yo,
man.
that was the spot, yo. The Stardust Ballroom, man. When I mean
Yeah, and then
everybody performed there, man, yo, the whole it was crazy, man.
I
Well,
remember when we started.
Go ahead, Dio. Go ahead, Dio.
What was the spot in the Bronx right there when Hep started doing a lot of reggae stuff? It was something three, something right there, right
Act
there.
three, Act Three
Act
on
three. Yeah,
238.
I remember that. That was the spot right there. Act three. I remember that spot. Nice reggae parties.
See,
Yeah.
I don't think people understand, like, just with the Uptown Records on 213th, I don't think people understand walking in there what it was like. You're looking at
Right.
regular people, everyday people, and you don't know what's going to happen in the future. You got Father MC sitting there with his manager. You got Tony Dofat there. You got Pool by there. You got Shabazz. Shabazz is the one who used to do beats for the brand new bands. He in there,
Yep.
and all they got is two drum machines, an MPC and an SP12. And you
That's it.
like, what's gonna happen? And it's
Right.
just like, it's astonishing that you see this later on. Like I said, these guys became famous.
Yeah, they made
And Eddie
legendary
F,
music for real.
the reason Eddie F, that's why I like that brother, man, because his father was my guidance counselor in high school. He got me out of high school. Eddie F
Right.
came to the door with learning how to work those drum machines. When Eddie F came there, people was like, they was amazed, like, what is this thing that he's beating on and is making beats? Nobody did that. He was the
Nah.
only one. Only one.
Yeah. And then he taught Pete Rock, and then Pete went crazy.
And then Pete went crazy. And there's
Went
other
crazy.
people, man. My man, Spunk Bigger. Spunk Bigger, that's my man. Look at Spunk.
Spunk Bigger's a beast. And
He's a beast,
what's it,
man.
Kenny Smooth, a bunch
Kenny
of dudes, man.
Smooth.
It was crazy.
Yo,
It was
Uptown
crazy.
Records. But
Y'all,
be a deal. What happened to Uptown Records? What actually happened?
y'all going through the
Well,
whole Untouchable joint. The Untouchables had
well,
a good.
Andre basically sold it to Universal MCA, and then they sat it on the shelf for a minute, and then if you remember, Hev came in and he became the president of Uptown Records.
Right.
And so
Right.
I was the VP, and Lou Tucker was there, and a bunch of us. That lasted for like a couple years, and then Hev was torn between being an executive and being an artist. So one day he just walked in the marketing me and be like, "I can't do this no more." So
I
then that's
thought
when
Albie
Uptown
Short
Records was
took
just.
over.
It was brief, whatever it was, but they like it's not the same without Hev or Andre. So they just said nah.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah, but it's still there. They still own it. They could put it out any time. Like they wanted to come back with it. They wanted me, Eddie, and G Wiz to come aboard and work there and all that.
Well,
But I'm
think
like, I
about it,
don't.
man. Think about it, man. It does. Listen. It's not a lose situation. It's a winning
I'm just
situation because you bring it
yeah, but
out.
I'm just too old to listen to people.
I
I
know. I
don't.
know. I know.
I don't. I'm just
So,
too sucked. I don't. I'm not.
but but I think
I don't want
it'd
nobody
be
to
a
tell me
rush for
what to
you
do.
though.
Hey,
Would it be a
yo,
Right,
rush for
right.
you though?
hey, Jeff, he's dead ass serious too. Trust me when he said. That's why I laugh. He's dead ass serious when he's saying that.
Yeah, I'm not.
The
I'm
deal.
not.
If you put that Uptown Records, I got 3 artists right now that my nephew and all of them, they doing this new thing. You could transfer them into what you want them, man, and they can make it pop, man. I know a lot,
I
man. A lot
got
of
you.
artists running around here. I mean, I listen to
I got
music,
you.
but you know, like you always been, because you explained this to me. I never forget this. You always said, "Don't put your artists on no whack tracks." I remember that, and you always told me,
Right.
you said, "Yo, make sure that their bars and everything is matched up." And you know who else told me that? Rob Watson. Rob Watson was the A&R for Motown
That's my
downstairs.
that's my man. Well, we worked at Universal together, me and Rob.
Yeah, Rob is my man, yo, because Rob had that kitty son, that little boy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Rob
out
from
now. He's
Atlanta,
out in
right?
Atlanta. He out in Atlanta.
That's
Yep,
my man.
yep.
I know that. Yeah, Rob gave me the
Yeah,
opportunity too. Yo,
yeah. You
I
speak
tell
to
you a small
Rob.
thing.
Tell him I said, "Well, so that's my boy."
Now check this
Hold
out. When
on,
you gave us the opportunity,
hold on. I got a question. Slow down. I know you're loving it. Hold on. I got a question because we got people that want to talk to y'all about things, bro. So hold on. People want to know right now. Timberland is doing AI. How do you feel the AI artists versus the real artists? I know how I feel, but they want to get this answer from y'all too because y'all in the music industry. Go ahead.
I mean, my answer is I don't really have one because I like authenticity. So I'm not with computers and shit making up stuff. I don't know. I just like an artist sitting there putting his talent together on the mic with the music and making a hit record. I'm not with the AI stuff like that. I don't know. It don't. Maybe I'm too old for that. I don't know. I
Yo,
like
I like
artists.
yo. Now I want to get Jeff's perspective too about it. Yeah, because you know he's doing this thing. You know that. Yeah, I want to get both of your perspective. And whatever y'all say is what y'all say. These people want to ask the questions. Yeah.
um, I don't like AI because the mere fact that I come from the era where when the artist does music and the album come out, you get to greet them, you get to, you know, you get to touch them, you get to shake their hand, you get to take real photos with them. You know, this stuff about downloading photos from their photo catalog from Facebook, that's not music, that's not artistry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The artist need to, the music is something you're supposed to listen and feel, not just look
Yes.
at. There's a difference. And
Correct.
I, like I said, all I'm kicking to you is I'm learning this from guys like Blyden, from guys like all the A&Rs that I dealt with over the years going to the building. I want you guys to understand who's listening. It's a different feel when you go to a MCA or RCA building or Mercury building and you go upstairs and sign your name. You go up to the elevators and the offices look all good. They got all the plaques. That's inspirational. Inspirational is not a bunch of photos on Facebook. There's no inspiration with that.
Right.
Going to those
Exactly.
offices is inspiration because you get to sit down in meeting rooms. You get to sit down and hear your song on different type of speakers. Because I tell people, like R. Kelly, I never liked the R. Kelly until I used to go to the Shadow. When I go to the Shadow, they was playing all his remixes, and with the system they got in that club, believe
Yep.
me, that'll make you buy anybody's record because
Jeff,
it's the
Right. Right.
sound quality.
hey, Jeff, hold on.
Yep.
Where? Let people know where the shadow was located. Because I mean, I don't know either. Let people know where the shadow was located.
I think it was on 26th Street off of Broadway or 8th Avenue, something like 28th Street, 23rd Street.
Okay.
I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot.
Yeah, no, I'm
But
just saying this is legendary because you're naming some clubs. I know a lot what you're saying, but when you're pulling them up, and I don't know. As hosting the show, I gotta know too. I gotta hold on. All right, I'm hearing you because this is love. I'm loving what you're.
well, check it out. Well, listen to this. The record labels used to do this. That's why I said A&Rs need to come back. The record labels used to set up open mics for their artists, showcases. Used to be at Cafe Wah. That was in the Greenwich Village down there.
Yeah.
They used to do all that, and
I
then they used
remember.
to do it at Mars 21. They used to do
Yep.
open showcases for their artists. That's what's
Yep. We
missing.
all
Everybody's just
we
doing
did that all the
anything,
time.
and all the time. You need A&Rs back. A&Rs got to get more control of the music because the content that's coming out is just noise. I mean, I like everybody, I respect they making money, but that's where YouTube came in and cut everybody's throat. Because YouTube is
Yeah.
supposed to be the record labels. That's what YouTube's supposed to be, the actual record labels. That's why when you go
You
on
know,
YouTube, you get all those likes and all the millions and 3 millions of likes. Some of that's going back to the record labels. Supposed to.
but you know who runs YouTube?
Who's
Leo
that?
Cohen. Leo
Oh God,
Cohen.
yeah, yeah. He's another one.
Leo runs that. He runs all that music and all that on YouTube. So it's all
What?
full circle. Huh?
Yo.
Yeah, Leon. Leon.
Leo Cohen.
Yeah,
Leon.
that's the man.
Yo,
Yep.
man, I didn't know that. That. Thank you for that information. I didn't know that, man.
Yep. I
Okay.
had
Yo,
I had breakfast with him 2 years ago when I was out there at the Grammys. And he blew my mind with that.
Yo, yeah. And you know what exposed him? Guess who exposed him? Was Soldier Boy. People can say what they want to say. Soldier
Nah,
Boy was
Soldier
the
Boy's
first
the
artist
man.
on that YouTube blowing it up, man.
Oh, Soldier Boy was the first artist doing anything in the internet. He
That's what
killed
I'm
the
trying to tell
internet.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, Soldier
yeah.
Boy's the dude. Yeah, Soldier Boy's official.
Got to
That
give
boy
it to him,
rich
man.
too. That boy got money. They don't know it.
You got to give it to him, man.
Yeah, I do.
But like I said, it goes back.
I
It's
got one
somewhat
more.
okay. Remember this? Now we used to have a thing. Listen to this one. I'm gonna blow your head and Blyden. Remember this? We used to have every year two places in Atlanta, New York. It's called the Jack the Rapper, and we used to have the New York Music Seminar. Right?
Yeah,
The New York Music
absolutely.
Seminar was at it was at the Holiday. The Holiday, I think, down in the city. I
Yeah,
used
in
to
the
go
city.
there. I watched a fight. Listen to this. I was sitting there. Zulu Nation was coming on top of the steps with Ice-T. Bambaataa that was coming up from the other side, and NWA was coming there. All that was a movie was a real. Yo, they was about to go crazy in there, man. Because
Right.
Ice-T was that kind of guy. He was like,
Yeah,
we
he
thought
didn't
he was
care.
from Cali, but he really from Jersey.
Right, exactly.
Yo, that music seminar, let me tell you about that music seminar. The music seminar was, I don't know if you was on that panel. They had a bunch of panel of all the A&Rs. And what they do is, if you had an artist, you can go showcase in front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
Guess who made it? DOS Effects, Redman was there.
Mm-hmm.
What's that other kid name? The Polka Dot Kid. What's his name with Puff?
Kwame.
Kwame. They performed there. They all got record deals on the spot.
Yeah, I remember. I was there.
The New York City
I remember.
music seminar.
Yeah, Jack the
Wow.
Rapper was cool too. I like Jack the
Yeah,
Rapper.
Jack Travers in Atlanta.
In Atlanta,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
And then
and
then
all
one
these
time
things we don't
they
have.
did it
Yeah,
in the Bahamas. They did it in the
yeah,
Bahamas one time. It was cool.
we don't have this no more. That's what's missing from the record. This was the whole missing from the record scene. Everything is this. Okay, I can be on my phone. I just listen to it. It's a better feel when you go actually see these artists. It
Yeah,
really is.
absolutely. Absolutely. So they don't have seminar. They don't have that shit no more. I don't know.
Nah,
They don't have conventions and shit.
none, none,
Wow.
none.
So you answered the question because that was going to be one of my almost next to last questions. Why is it so hard to get into the music industry there? And you're already breaking it down. And I didn't want to
Well,
stop you because you're flowing. It's not
well,
what you're saying.
I'm a,
Seminars.
I'm, I'm gonna
No
answer
more
it by
demos.
saying no, but
Right?
I'm gonna answer by saying it's not hard to get in the music industry, and there is no music industry. So all kids got to do now is get on their phones, they make a record, and they do it themselves. They get their likes, they get their views, and they create their own buzz. The only
Yep.
thing only thing a record company could do that you can't do yourself is the record company can push the button across the world simultaneously with one click. Like they can make you popular with everybody with one button. It's hard for you to do that by yourself. That's the only difference.
Right.
Exactly.
That's
And
it.
they have the relationships with the radio.
Because that one button, as Dio
Yes.
is explaining, as Dio is explaining,
Absolutely. Thank you.
and he's
You
more
just
deep
got
in
it?
the music than me. But
Uh,
I'm gonna tell you for all those people out there, because he explained it very good, but I'm gonna explain it in baby food right there. That one button is called distributing. To
yeah,
distribute
distribution.
the music, right? Distribution. So if that distribution button don't get pushed, man, you can forget it because ain't nobody gonna hear you, man. That's the
Right.
number one thing in music is who's gonna be distributing that music out there.
That's it.
And you know
That's
what?
it.
And you know where you know where that failure comes from? Because artists have a tendency of thinking where they at. Like my neighborhood, they just think that. Don't you know there's 52 states in America and almost 200 countries?
Yep.
Somewhere down the line, somebody like you. And
Yep.
that's why I try to push these artists. Stop pushing where you live at because the hood ain't gonna support you. They just gonna make copies. They're not gonna
Most
support you
certainly.
like that. Everybody wants a
That's all they're
copy.
gonna do. That's all they're gonna
Right.
do.
When you
Yeah,
go to places like Montana or you go overseas, some people are so excited just to see somebody that they see on TV, but they're there live in those concerts. That's why they always say that the money overseas is larger than
Hmm.
making it over here.
Well,
You know
the
what I'm
venues
saying?
are larger. You're doing 100,000, 200,000 seaters. It's different. And look at Afrobeat. Look how Afrobeat took over.
Yeah,
Killing the
yeah,
yeah,
world.
yeah.
yeah.
Killing the world. But yeah.
And that
I,
you know and that right there, that's part of it. And then that's why I said again, the A&Rs, there's got to be a way. The A&Rs got to get back into this because the A&Rs also, here's another thing. Guys are irresponsible. You get all this money, you don't pay your taxes, you don't do your business right, you get jammed up. An A&R would never let you get jammed up. Am I right or
Nah,
wrong?
nah. Because if you fail,
A&R
we
would
fail.
take that heat.
Nah,
Because
you
if you
right.
fail, we fail. If you
Yeah.
fail, we fail. So I got to be on top of
Yo,
all your business.
Yeah,
An A&R is
A&R
like another manager.
supposed to be your babysitter, right?
It's just like having a manager, another
yeah,
manager,
That's what a
with
and
a
a
little more
manager
babysitter.
detail.
supposed to take care of you, make sure you listening, you doing everything right and all that. Yeah, it's like a coach. It's like having
I
a
Yes.
tell you
coach.
what.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll look at Kadar. Kadar was managing what's her name? What's her name? The singer.
Angie Stone.
He was managing her and running MCA at the same time because that day when you gave us that shot, Rob Watson pulled us in and said, "Yo, let me hear what this guy said." I went there. He was sitting there. I swear to God on my mother, man. He's sitting there. I never met Kadar. We talk. He said, "Oh, okay." He said, "Yo, let me hear this guy." He sung. He said, "Yo, this guy sound amazing." You know what he did? He got on the phone. I never forget this. He called Ron Isley on the phone right
Yep.
there in the office. And Ron Isley was on the phone. He says, "Yo, I want you to come or we'll meet up. I want you to check this singer out because he got some stuff and I want to do some songs on him and see how it come out." He
That's
did
how it
that.
goes.
And guess what
But that's how
happened?
it goes.
Guess what happened? My artist, nice guy, but he was like family. He was my artist, he was my family. He played this tape that you told me Blyden don't play. Because sometimes this is where people make mistakes. This is funny, but it's serious. When you go to a record label, if you have already material, don't play that. They're not here for that. They got producers online. They want to hear you. They don't want to hear other production you got.
Nope.
And if the production ain't right, you could throw the whole mood off.
Yep.
Because
Agreed.
shopping a demo is about mood. It's about the move. Like
Mm-hmm.
the first time you hit that button and somebody's shaking their head like that and they keep doing it, you got them.
Yep.
But if you say, "Wait a minute, I got songs," and you playing stuff, it ain't mixed, the drums ain't right, the mood throws off. It's done.
Yep. Correct. I tell
It's
everybody
done.
that. Make sure your shit is quality.
So
But
look,
my family, he's doing good though. My family's doing real good. He does all of that the down south, like the Tennessee kind of music. He's doing
Mm-hmm.
real good. Doing shows, yeah, he's doing excellent. But those tools that you gave us, we learned. And I learned from the other side, you know what? Let me learn that later on in life, maybe if I want to help somebody out, whatever. Because it's never too old to do music. Music is just
Never.
music. It's in
Never.
our blood. Like I could
Mm-hmm.
be 70 years old. Quincy Jones was doing LL Cool J's record at what, 50, 60? Like
Mm-hmm.
Melly Mel, like,
Right.
don't look at it the artist performing on stage. I think people think when they think of rap and hip hop, they think about the artist on stage. You got to look what goes into that. There's engineers over there 56. They got to make sure that record sound right. You got people that's doing all the chords. You got people that's doing all the drum programming. It's not just one person
Nah, it's a
to
collaborative
make a
effort.
record happen.
so
Mm-hmm.
let me ask you this then. So, through all the music, people doing it right. So if Puffy come home from jail, can Puffy do it right? Can Puffy get back to the music industry? Can Puffy make back the hits? Can Puffy
I
get his
mean,
popularity
I
back?
know what he's gonna do. I
I
got the
mean,
answer. I know what he's
no,
gonna do.
knowing Puff,
I know it.
he's gonna be bigger than ever.
That's it. Yo, listen, D. I told D, listen. I'm gonna tell you what he gonna
He's
do.
gonna be a
Listen to me,
monster.
y'all gonna call me and y'all gonna say you right. This is what he gonna do. After all this is clear, he is going to get that black political party popping. Believe me what I'm telling you. The
Yo, ain't
t-shirts
no
is
stopping
coming
him
out.
now. Ain't
Yo,
no
the
stopping him.
t-shirts is
Ain't no stopping him.
yo. He gonna do one of them banging records, and he gonna put himself in the video. It's gonna be about what he went through, and
He's
everybody
gonna
gonna
be a
be knocking
monster.
to it.
He's
Believe me
gonna
what
make
I'm
a
telling
movie.
you, man.
He's gonna be bigger than ever. Remember I told you.
Yo, believe me what I'm
Beautiful,
telling you, man.
man. This
All
is
that no
beautiful.
Because he
Diddy and
just
all that,
So,
they're
look,
gonna forget about that.
brothers. So I don't like to end anything because y'all do everything smooth, man. So we got about 10 minutes before I let you brothers do your thing on this blessed weekend. But give me about 2 minutes to do my thing. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's having birthdays today this month. Happy birthday to everybody. Anybody that
Yes,
lost anybody in their family, we send all like no smoke, true lies, and alibis. We send our condolence to everybody because we deal with loss every day. And my loss is no greater than your loss. Loss is loss, and it's very painful. So we send our condolence out. I know right now it's the summertime, and a lot of kids is getting out of school doing anything. We send our blessings and love to all the youth and the elders that's graduating, doing your thing. If you at work and you getting that promotion, man, you getting that job raise, man, salute, man. We love you for your hard work. Now back to the show. All light, no smoke. With these cats, I got to pay the bills, y'all. Yeah. So before we get off the show, right, I want to ask these two brothers two things. We're gonna make it light right now. We're gonna make one light, but this might be a little juicy. It's a strong, serious fight. There's some fights coming up this weekend. We want to give salute to all the ladies out there that's going to be fighting today, and all the brothers, Shakur Stevenson, that's fighting tomorrow. Salute to y'all. But the thing I want to ask you two brothers is, just on the sports, on boxing right now, who do y'all got with the Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez?
Terrence.
I got Crawford.
Who said that? Hold on, I ain't know. I just heard. Who said Terrence?
Me.
D-O-R-J. That's
I
D-O-R-J.
got Crawford. Jay got Terrence. I got Crawford.
Okay,
Crawford is good, man. Listen.
Hey,
Crawford is nice. Listen, Crawford is nice, man. Listen.
That's the same person, but you funny though, yeah.
I'm messing with I want to see if he caught that.
Right.
I caught it. Now I caught it. Now I caught it now. Oh, shoot.
I love it. So go ahead. Tell me why you take them though, right quick, in the little sports. Tell me why you got who you got.
I don't know, man. This is gonna be
I don't know either. I just think Crawford is skilled. A little more.
But okay, here's the problem. This is the thing with boxing. Wherever the most money, here's how I go. Wherever the pot, whoever's getting a larger pot is going to lose.
So they can fight again.
Pretty like that. Out of those two, whoever get the larger pot is going to lose. Because everybody's going to bet on under. I'm telling you, everybody bets on the other person.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to bet on tape.
Right.
That's how it's going to happen. Crawford is skillful. I like Crawford. Crawford is skillful,
Well,
but
just to give y'all an update, Vegas, I just left Vegas July 5th, and I looked over at MGM on the overs and unders. Yes, Terrence Crawford is the underdog, and Canelo is the favorite. So with the
what I say? What I said, told you.
Just from sportsbook, what these brothers are saying, if you bet Terrence Crawford, even though he has the plus, that means he's still the underdog. If you bet with Canelo, he has the minus, which means he's the favorite on the over and under. But if you bet with Crawford, $100 will get you $350. $100 with Canelo will only get you $125. That's the odds out of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think it's gonna go 9 innings. I think it's gonna go nine rounds though.
The fight is when? When is the fight?
September 13th, 2025.
Copy.
It's going to be held at the Alliance Arena, which is the Oakland Raiders arena. They're not even going to have it at T-Mobile. They're going to take it inside where the Oakland Raiders play. Because they expecting.
They going to Vegas. They making it happen.
They expecting too many people going to come. It's going to be major. Yeah.
You going to the fight, Ed?
Yes, sir. I'm going up there, brother. Yes, sir. You know that. I got you because I want to get my money after the fight.
I'm gonna come up. I might come to that one.
Yeah.
I might come to that fight.
Yo, Dio, where you living at? Dio, where you at now?
I'm all over, man. We on live camera, man.
We'll talk about it. We get off camera on that one. Yeah. I gotta shoot you. I gotta shoot you like a flare, man, to figure out where you at, man. Yeah, I know.
I'm in New York though, for sure.
No, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get all your info from him.
Absolutely, and you hit me up anytime.
Yeah, cause we need to talk about some stuff. Man. You doing anything else lately? You got some restaurants? Anything else going on?
Some businesses.
Okay.
You know, I'm quiet all the time.
I know that, man. I know you quiet, man. I know that. So yeah, we're gonna talk offline, man. I'm gonna get that info. Yo, listen, make sure you give me his info, man.
Yeah, I got you. He has so many businesses. It took him a long time for me to bring him over here to see if he can handle some business with EY. Because this is my man, but my man be on the hustle. It took me damn near 3 weeks to get DO for y'all today, Friday. And we finally got each other. I had to lay in the tub. I had to get a microphone. I had to act very special to get my man. He called me a microphone for my show. All right, I got him.
Yo, listen. All you got to do, you go to all them records, you see D.O. Blyden, that's the first name you go see on there. Like, it ain't nothing, it ain't hard to figure out. Like,
Yeah, we here, man.
And I want to say, D.O., man, and Jeff, you know, y'all are great brothers, man. And D.O., all the time when D.O. come this way, man, no matter what he doing, if it's a Grammys, he always going to try to look out for his brother.
Absolutely.
I mess up sometimes because I want to bring up, I just got to love to try to bring other people, but other people don't understand the level my man D.O. is on. And D.O. say, E, I rock with you, but I get it. You want to break, but E, this love is just for you and the queen and family.
You can't,
but I just want to say,
and you know, you can't bring everybody to the Beverly Hills Hotel.
Come
nah,
on,
everybody can't get in, man.
Come on, man.
Yo, you can't get in there.
That's why I stay, man.
Hey, yo, and then look down and you see that bill and you say, oh, damn. And when your man say, hey, yo, don't give me no tip, man. And you go, oh, man, I'll give you a little $40. And the waiter look at you and say, damn, that's a disrespect, $40. You look at that bill when you compare to that tip. Motherfucker, we ain't in McDonald's.
Right.
You gotta pull out a G or something else and give me a tip. I'm like, ooh.
Hey, yo,
I forgot what the bill was, man.
Hey, D.O., I look up and say, you got us in a fly room. I look up and say, yo, hold up. That ain't Curtis Martin from the New York Jets and I'm coming through right here.
Of course.
Yo, hey, D, I started getting like, oh, but he was lucky. He was lucky because I wasn't understanding that COVID at the time because I'd have been all over him at the time. Yo, my man, come on, we gonna, because you know me, D.O. So but I had to respect that because I was in my man D.O.'s presence and I wasn't really knowing what the COVID was. But D.O., a lot of love, man, for the family.
Always, brother.
Yeah, no doubt, D.O. Hey, D.O., what was it? D.O., what was the name of it? Hey, yo, D.O., what was the name of your record label when you was on MCA? What was the name of it?
It was Urban Wolves.
It was called something else too. You had a manager. What was the other name?
I had All Out Management. I had all kind of shit.
It was the one with Mary was on. That was a specific one you had.
I swear I don't remember.
I got the record. I got the thing in my. I got to look in my closet, man, because I got it in storage. You gave me the T-shirt.
Yeah, we gonna chop it up. Ed, make sure you give me my math right away.
Yeah,
I got you. All right, yo, I love your champs.